What just happened? You've got to be kidding me. Hey folks, thanks for joining me here. Wanted to do a recap on the last video about the trail camera ban in Iowa, whatever you want to call it, rule, law, outlaw. Very interesting stuff going on there. Never thought that we would get the video views that we're getting right now on that particular video. We're up to about 40,000 views, which is insane. Out of those 40,000 plus views, we've had over 155 comments plus replies to those comments. I don't know the total number, but it's pretty substantial for my little channel especially. And what I wanted to do is take a moment to review some of the comments that stood out to me, the negatives and the positives. Of course, the negatives were pretty much directed right at me, and I'm totally cool with that. And I want to start with the first negative comment, which came in that said, I should learn how to set my levels, country boy. Well, I may have screwed that up on my microphone, and I have to admit it. I'm sorry if my mic was a little bit low on that. Unfortunately, can't take the compliment as being a country boy because, as you're going to see in this picture right here, I'm not really a country boy. I love to hunt. I love the outdoors. I grew up in the suburbs of Boston, and now I fly jets for a living. Sorry about that. Not the country boy, but I have been a professional musician most of my life, and I should know better than to mess those audio levels up. So sorry about that one. The other couple that came in were clickbait. This is clickbait. I'm not sure how the video was clickbait, but if you took it that way or you feel like I meant it that way, I really apologize. And then the one other negative comment that came in was that I was kissing the butt of the game warden. Hey folks, my job on that video was just to interview him and get some answers, hopefully that can help dispel things. I do still believe that we have to work with our local wildlife officers and DNR game biologists to improve the opportunities that we have out there to hunt on public properties. Now, moving on with some positive comments. Old Swede, good. Trail cameras, hunting over baits and high fence, so-called hunting should be done away with. No way that this is fair chase. The responses to that, how is using a trail camera not fair chase? It's taking a picture of a deer. It's not telling you where he's at or where he's going to be. It's just telling you where he was, that's it. And you get a picture of the same deer over a period of time, so you set up an ambush on him and get him on his morning walk. It's building a pattern to remove the need for fair chase. Who cares about fair chase? I don't. It's a stupid concept for irrational people. If you're gonna eat it, why do you need to make catching it into a game? And if it's an overpopulation of animals like I have seen with deer, why do you need to make a game out of it? Makes no sense. Fair chase is for people who are too emotionally weak to see animals killed. Interesting perspective. Like I said, lots of different comments. Here's another one. Richard Reed, good job, Iowa. When people leave cameras, tree stands, or blinds by the hundreds, which they do with cameras, I've seen hundreds in Ohio. It's trashy. Bill, is that a Captain in Cola? Them holding an iced tea in that video. Hey Bill, it's an unsweet tea, I promise. I actually don't drink alcohol anymore. I quit like 6 years ago. This action was taken for one reason: fees. The DNR doesn't make any money off this booming side of hunting. Well, they're going to change the law that requires you to buy a license to operate a trail camera on public. Then they're happy. Let's see, they do make it easy as a hunter. I wouldn't mind if they banned them everywhere, bring back the old ways. So as you can see, folks, we're getting people that like the idea of banning trail cameras, and we have people who don't like the idea of banning trail cameras. Good job, Warden. Richard Reed. There's really no comparison to an old trail timer and trail camera. Let's stop the trail cams. Drone scouting and the list goes on, and get back to putting down some boot leather and a little bit of luck. After all, that's why they call it hunting. This was a great conversation to expel all the speculations of actual law and regulations in regard to trail cameras and other regulations affecting future hunting seasons. Bullfrogger, this is happening more and more. It is the legislator's job to make law. Attorneys general and Fish and Wildlife enforce it. Why are we allowing this? In many cases, you have people who aren't elected essentially making law. The whole process bypasses the will of the people. Doesn't matter how good or bad it is, it's simply wrong. The citizens and the legislature should be outraged. And instead of calling him out, Russ here, meaning me, is dancing with this guy. Ask him who gave him, his department, the right to make some law. Same for the AG. Make them explain just as soon as you're done kissing his butt, Russ. Geez, this is why we're losing our rights. Russ, don't you get it? Hey, man, bullfrogger, I get it. I repeat, my job was just to interview the guy, not kiss his butt. But we do all have to work together. And like you said here, it's a really good point. Working together means holding them accountable. It wasn't my job in that last interview to hold him accountable, just get you information. Here we go, Michael, this is the good one. Learn how to get levels before you post, country boy. Already talked about that. How long can you leave something before it's considered abandoned or lost? I'd like to see all cameras on all public land illegal. Get out and do the work, have discipline. That was Sledge. Hunter Biden. We've got a buddy with a cellular camera in his woods and went off one day showing a 16-point buck going by the camera. He grabbed his bow, hauled ass to his woods, and was able to harvest the buck. The buck had been holding up on our farm just down the road from his woods. Randy, outlaw game cams, then outlaw forward-facing sonar. Make people learn to hunt and fish again. I've never used a forward-facing sonar. I've seen some YouTube videos and thought, if the state of Iowa paid a decent reward for trail cameras and tree stands turned in, local kids would pick the forest clean. Wouldn't need DNR to step 1 foot out of their trucks. Interesting idea. And then Sonia, why didn't the hunters get a chance to vote on the law? Seems like laws get changed without the licensed buyer's word on it. That goes back to what Bullfrogger was talking about. Folks are all really good, thought-provoking comments, but at this point, it doesn't matter. Why doesn't it matter? Let me read something to you. None of what the video covered as far as trail cameras go matters at this point. I received an email. If you are on the DNR email list at Iowa, you should have received this as well. We have changes to note ahead of Iowa's hunting seasons. I'm going to put this right here where you guys can watch it. They first go on to address the new party hunting is not allowed for non-residents. Remember, folks, that is strictly for non-residents, and Dallas does speak to that in the previous video. If you want to go hear him talk about that, go watch that previous video. It's linked right up here. But then we go down to the next part that really stands out, trail camera use on public land. The Iowa Department of Natural Resources has tabled its proposed policy position regarding trail cameras on public land to allow for more public input on the issue during its wildlife rules meetings. These were held across the state in February. There are no changes. Bold highlights. In case any of you guys think I don't say this, right here in bold highlights. There are no changes to how trail cameras can be used on public land during the 24-25 season. What does this mean? This means that you, as a hunter, can go to those meetings in February and voice your opinions. Whether your opinion is outlaw them or don't outlaw them, ban them, don't ban them, it doesn't matter. You have the opportunity now to go do that. I like to think that all of the comments that you guys put on this video maybe gave them something to think about and backpedal just to give it a little break and then hear what you guys have to say. Because not just this video, but many videos, people are talking about this, and forums. Anyway, there you have it. Viewer comments and the latest update from Iowa DNR. At this point, there's no changes in the law pertaining to trail cameras. You can use them on public land if you want to. At this point though, folks, it's all moot. It's legal all over Iowa until next year when they have all those meetings and you guys get to go voice your opinions. Appreciate you watching. Hope you got something out of this. It's been a very interesting topic. If you enjoyed the video and got something out of it, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell. It's a new channel, we're growing. And check out some of the turkey videos from this past spring. I'll link one right up here for you. Have a great day.